Welcome back. You made it to week 2 of the challenge. Congratulations, and I applaud you for pressing play on this video. Thank you for everyone who posted on the Facebook group. So let's get started. So for weeks 2 through 4, I want to start with a reflection practice that I use with my coaching clients. I find it to be really helpful and just to really just celebrate successes. So let's get started. So number 1, I want you to get out a piece of paper and I want you to reflect on the last week that you had. And I want you to think about that week and think of 3 areas that you had success in. Maybe it's that you hit your water goal one day out of the week. Maybe it's that you were drinking 20 ounces of water and now you're drinking 40. Maybe it's that you hit your protein goal or you made a plan for how you're going to hit your protein goal. Maybe it has nothing to do with what we spoke about last week. Maybe it's that you spent a little bit more time with your kids or that you gave yourself some self-care and you read a book or did something fun. Look in your week and look for places that you can feel successful. And I want you to write down 3 things. Now that you have those 3 things written down, I want you to reflect on your week and look for one area that you think you can do better next week. So that's just one. Maybe you drink 40 ounces of water and you think you can drink 60 this week. Maybe you want to bump up your protein goal. I want you to look at your week and just pick one thing that you feel like you can do better for next week. Okay, great job on that reflection. Let's move on to the insights for this week that are going to carry you through the next 7 days. So number 1, I'm going to call sneaky sugar. So if you haven't heard by now, sugar has really been demonized recently in common media and things like that. The reason why is sugar, when it's in its kind of like cane sugar state or different types of additives, can really have the power to, 1, add a ton of calories to our diet in a way that's pretty sneaky that we don't even realize. And number 2, we found that a lot of sugar in the diet messes around with your blood sugar in addition to adding a ton of inflammation in the body. So the other reason we want to look at sugar, especially when we're thinking about weight loss, is that when we eat sugar, we tend to have this spike in our blood sugar, and then as rapidly as it goes up, it tends to go down, but it doesn't just go down to baseline. It kind of goes below the baseline. And that's when you eat a meal and then an hour later, you feel shaky, you feel kind of irritated and kind of moody. And that tends to happen when you have low blood sugar. So by avoiding things that are really high in sugar, we can avoid those spikes and dips. So that's really important when we're looking at sugar. So my task for you this week is to really look at what you're eating and what you're drinking and try to evaluate where may they be sneaky sugar that I'm not realizing. Is it that I'm adding creamers to my coffee that have a ton of sugar and carbohydrates? Is it I'm adding actual sugar to my coffee or tea? Is it some kind of drink that I'm drinking during the day? Is it candy that I don't really want it, or it's some dessert that I can give it or take it? And just really look at our diet honestly and say, where might there be sugar that I think I would be okay in cutting back? Okay, 2 more sneaky places you might find sugar. One is in salad dressings and different types of dressings and sauces. Oof, I know they taste so good, but there tends to be sugar in there, and that's why they taste so good. So I encourage you to start looking at the labels for the stuff that you're buying in the supermarket and just start to reflect on how much sugar and carbohydrates are in there. And number 2 is alcohol. Yes, alcohol. So alcohol breaks down into pretty much all sugar. I understand for many people it is a part of life, but if you're trying to go on a weight loss journey, you really want to try to minimize alcohol or eliminate it for a time period. All of these different foundational habits are going to help you get to your goals. And if you can get to your goals a little bit faster by making these changes, something like eliminating alcohol temporarily, isn't that worth it? Okay, now that we got past the sugar, I want to talk about eat the rainbow. And no, I am not talking about Skittles. There is a functional medicine principle that I'd love to share with you. And that is about when you're choosing different types of vegetables, choose all different color vegetables. So this is something I didn't know and I think is really interesting. So if you look at 2 zucchinis, one is green, one is yellow, maybe you find something that is purple. And each of the different zucchinis, although they are all zucchinis, the color pigments that are in there that make it the color are actually things called polyphenols that are antioxidants, and they're amazing for your body. Your body absolutely loves them. They're anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, and they bring such beautiful plant chemicals to your body, natural plant chemicals, that allow your body to heal and become its best self. So when you go to the supermarket, I want you to taste the rainbow of all the different fruits and vegetables. The other fun part is by adding these different colors of fruits and vegetables into your diet, you're actually going to be adding fiber into your diet, which is super important to support healthy bowel movements, weight loss, and a full belly where you feel satisfied and ready to take on your day. Okay, it's time for a challenge. In the Facebook group this week, I want you to share your reflection. What are those 3 wins you had for the week? And when you read other people's wins, celebrate with them. And then after you share your wins, I want you to share what is that one thing that you think you can do better this week on. I'll call that your challenge. So I want you to share your 3 wins and your challenge/commitment for the week forward. And then 2, I want you to share where is one place that you found sneaky sugar? Did you find it in a place that I didn't even mention? Please put it in there and share the message with the group. Share with us. Let us know where there may be sneaky sugar that we didn't see. So let's keep the momentum. If you posted last week, post again. You need to maintain your streak posting once a week in order to be eligible for the health coaching. I am so incredibly grateful and happy that you're here and cannot wait to see all your posts in the Facebook group and see you on week 3.